Bobverse, Chapter 2. The scene begins with Bob, Trinity, and Sigma all relaxing, when suddenly a projectile is shot by a strange blue man. It also blows up an omniverse. Bob is unfazed as he approaches the strange blue man. "I'm Bob," says Bob. "I'm Dodd," says the blue figure. Bob begins to get attacked by Dodd, and Dodd mortally wounds him, killing him. Dodd holds up the corpse, only for Bob to come back from the dead, because Bob was just pretending. Bob fully heals. Dodd is on the floor now. Dodd now charges up his Kamehameha as Bob shoots a projectile at him. However, the Kamehameha shoots Bob away. Dodd begins searching. He destroys the trees of extraverses, the Xenoverse V2, the Extracosm, and the Gigaverse. Dodd begins to think of Bob as he sits down, but Bob comes out from his imagination and beats the shit out of Dodd. They begin to fight all over the place. However, Dodd throws Bob away, but Bob has cloned himself, and now Dodd is fighting the clones. Bob is now flying away until he meets a strange figure. "I'm Frederick," says the figure, "and this is the Skibbityverse. Help! My evil twin Dodd is destroying everything. Can you help me stop him?" says Bob. "Okay," says Frederick. Bob is happy. Meanwhile, Dodd continues to fight the clones and effortlessly no-diffs them. Dodd begins searching around when he sees Trinity. Seeing Trinity, he immediately attacks him. Trinity takes the blow. However, Trinity was quite hurt by the blow, and Trinity strikes back at Bob, erasing Dodd from existence. "I know our Dodd is here. You see, if that vase breaks, all of existence breaks. He's trying to break this," says Frederick as he points to the vase. "I'm gonna stop him. Let's go," says Bob, as Bob immediately approaches Dodd. They begin to battle, with Bob, not really caring about Dodd very much, and effortlessly taking his attacks. Trinity, who's now corrupted by Dodd, sees Bob and immediately erases from her existence. However, Trinity thanks Bob, and Bob comes back to life, beating the shit out of Trinity and uncorrupting him. When suddenly Sigma comes in, who's also corrupted, but Bob begins to beat the shit out of Sigma, using his Lego form, and then immediately blowing up Sigma with his Super Bob form, and then punching the shit out of Sigma, thus uncorrupting him. Bob sees that Dodd has red skin pigments on him too. However, Dodd is very corrupted, and Dodd is very evil, so this doesn't really happen. However, so this doesn't really happen, so he can not really save Dodd, because this is all in Bob's head. Dodd kicks Bob in the chest and hits him with a beam attack. As he's about to hit him with that beam attack, you know what happens. Bob shoots him through the head and erases him from existence. But then suddenly, Dodd comes back to life, and immediately they begin fighting in their Super Bob and Super Dodd forms. But there's an extra figure, Double Super Bob, who also joins in the fight. Bob pieces up Dodd by punching him in the face, sending him back flying. Trinity punches Dodd back down with the head, and then Sigma comes back, punching Dodd away as Frederick falls down, thus crushing Dodd as Bob looks at him and kicks his corpse all the way up into the non-existent realm.